Welcome, Sagittarius. This is your monthly focus for March 2023. Everything's moving, everything's changing. The energy is just going to be flipping every single day, it seems. So sit tight and hold on to your hats, and let's dive right into it. On March the 2nd, Mercury enters Pisces. Now, for you, that is your fourth house. And your fourth house is about family, your home, very close friends. It's about building safety, security, and feeling that safety and security, that sense of wellness, that sense of being grounded. And so with Mercury, it's our thoughts, it's our words, it's our communication. And so we will be talking about these things. And we may be making changes. We may be remodeling. We may be moving. We may be realigning. You know, maybe people are moving in and moving out of the family nest. That could very well be. But we're talking about it. We're thinking about it. We're growing our thoughts of what we want in our home, what we want it to look like, how we want to feel. You know, is it a reflection of your inner self, or is it a little chaotic? On the 7th, Saturn will also move into your fourth house. Now, this is kind of big news because it has been in your third house, your voice, your words, your communication, your learning, all kinds of different things, useful things under that energy. Yeah, you could even have been transforming a lot of who you are, or what you do, or what you say, or how you say it. The rules, what you can say, what you can't say, what you need to say, what you need to communicate, has all been a part of Saturn in your third house, and now it moves into your fourth house. So now go back to, for a second, Mercury entering Pisces, okay, and your thoughts. And we want to make them creative, and we want to make them imaginative and put some magic in it, for goodness sakes. Okay, follow your instincts, your gut feeling on what you want to do and what you need to do. And Saturn comes in and says, oh, is that what you're thinking of doing? Okay, well, let's build a strategy. Let's make a plan. Let's do this. So it's taking our dreams and giving it structure. Okay, and even after Mercury leaves Pisces, it'll still be a part of you. And it will be a lot of home and family and growing your safety, your security, or that feeling of. And what do you need in your life in order to feel safe, secure? Where does family and home need work? Because over the next 3 years, you're going to make different rules about it. You're going to have different structures about it. You're going to have different obligations and responsibilities about it. And we'll discuss this as we go. But now I want you to think back to when I said, you know, for collectively, Mercury and Pisces, it's about allowing our thoughts to grow. Our happily ever after. Our best life ever. And growing it strong in our minds. Because Saturn is going to be there to say, oh, is that what you want to do? Okay, well, let's make a plan then. Let's make a strategy. Let's make it tangible. Let's make it real. On March the 7th, we also have a full moon in Virgo for you. That is your 10th house. So that is career, your stature in the community, in your home and family, in maybe the job sector, what you represent, what you stand for. How money is created. So the full moon in Virgo says, okay, let's get practical here. Let's get organized. And what are we doing for career? What are we doing to move forward? How do we want things to unfold? What can I do personally to move it along, to strengthen my position, my stature, my position at work, my career? How do I grow my career? How do I strengthen my career? And what isn't working? What needs to be let go of? what needs to be, and maybe there's unfinished tasks all over the place. So finish up those tasks so that you can start new ideas. Maybe it's your own business. So putting the past to rest so that you can start bringing in new energy into your business, maybe new product lines or a new way of providing service. On March the 12th, now nobody's really talking about this. I kind of did a little bit of research to see who had anything out there for this, but I came up pretty empty-handed. Jupiter conjuncts Chiron. Now, I don't think that's a transit that would move quick. I think it takes a long time for Jupiter and Chiron to meet in the sky, and I'm thinking maybe 10, 12 years. And what Jupiter does when it gets together with Chiron is it allows you to look at what serves you in your life and what you want to keep and what you need to get rid of, what you need to move out of the path. And this can be a time of great healing through philosophy, through spirituality. And chances are it was where you were experiencing joy, happiness, creativity, and somebody came by and squashed that like a bug for you. They said, you're not allowed to have fun. No laughing, no giggling, no dancing. You call that art? And so you built a wall. You built a wall so that you wouldn't step that way again by accident and be open to the criticism that was obviously going to be there. And this is a time, like no other time, that you can heal from something like that and allow yourself to go forward when it comes to having fun, bringing joy in your life, smiles and laughter, and letting your creativity flow. So I think it's a very important time for all of us in our lives. Maybe everything else is overshadowing it. On March 16th, we have Venus. Venus is entering Taurus. And so that's a very sensual and romantic, very patient and kind energy that comes about. Now for you, that's your 6th house. So it is about your health and well-being. It's about your routines. It's about a little bit about relationships, just building the strength of the relationship or growing those relationships and what happens within the relationships. So there's a lot of love to be had here. There's a lot of beauty to be had here. And there's also a lot of ways that you can make money actually from your health and your well-being. Maybe you teach it. Maybe you're writing a book about it. Maybe you're doing a blog about it. Maybe you're instructing a few choice people. You're making a difference. You're making a dent in someone's life. And that comes back to reward you in many ways. So it's an ideal time to bring any kind of love issues out, any kind of money issues out. Also, any issues about your health and well-being. You got to fall in love with you under this period. I mean, you do. You have to say, I expect better for my temple that holds my soul so dear. On March 19th, Mercury, I tell you, everything's moving. Mercury went into Pisces, I told you. Yeah, guess what? It's tired of Pisces. It's going into Aries. And now it gets very direct. We become the pioneer. We're very quick-witted under this. We can also be a lot more restless and impatient. So be careful of that energy. And for you, that's your 5th house. That is about having fun, having joy in your life, laughing, creating. Okay, and you will be able to express your ideas with so much more passion than usual with Aries and Mercury, Mercury in Aries. Because that's your 5th house. That's about the giggles and laughters and being able. So you're talking, you're socializing, perhaps you're being entertained in some way through voice that makes you smile, that makes you laugh. And it's always about, Aries is always about forward motion, right? So we're talking about being the pioneer, being the trailblazer. What are we going to step into? So it really is a very strong energy. And I've mentioned this over the last several weeks. So it started in February. of a manifestation period for us where our minds, our thoughts, can literally bring our future in, or our hopes and our dreams and our desires in, to something tangible, something real. And the more we look towards it, the more we grow that best life ever for ourselves in our mind. The more little things start coming our way. Our minds are incredibly strong right now. Our thoughts are incredibly strong right now to manifest the things we want. Now, do we still have to show up and work? Absolutely. But watch the flow start when you combine your thoughts with the action, with perhaps the words. On March 20th, the sun will then move into Aries. So you're not done yet with this kind of energy, not by a long shot, actually. And that is a brand new astrological year for us. So it is about new beginnings and new starts, and getting excited about your tomorrow and what tomorrow is going to bring for you and what you can transform into reality. Make it real, make it true, make it a part of your life going forward. So the sun is in Aries, and then on the 21st, the moon, it's a new moon. So it's almost, so remember, I have been saying, if you're new, then you don't remember, obviously, but if you've been kicking around for a little bit, over the last 4 or 5 months, I've been saying every full moon is at 16 degrees. Every new moon is at 1 degree. How bizarre is this, people? And yes, the Virgo moon, the full moon that we'll be having, will be on what, the 7th, will be at 16 degrees. So that's about awakenings again. Okay, for you, it's an awakening for your job, your not job, career. What defines you as a person? What you do that brings in stature, respect, and a sense of passion. What is it? And hopefully provides you with a lot of income for it. What is it? Because the new moon this time, okay, it's not at 1 degrees, okay? It's better than 1 degrees. What happens is it's like the door opens and the sun comes jaunting on into Aries and kind of just stops there, right? Getting the feel for the energy. And the moon comes and tries to get over the threshold, and the sun is in the way, so they meet. Because the moon will be at, or the new moon will be, so the sun and moon will be at 0 degrees and 48 minutes. Doesn't even make it to the first degree. So what a pivotal high energy period that we will be in under this energy. It'll be exciting. It'll be spontaneous. It'll be bold. It'll be fiery. Okay, we'll have to react very quickly to things. Things will move more with the sense of a serendipity, or just new things popping up all the time, right? So for you, it's all about health and well-being. So you are going to make some new commitments to yourself, maybe when it comes to your health, when it comes to your well-being, bringing in some new behaviors, new habits, deleting the old behaviors and habits. And this energy so supports you in doing that. And yes, it's a time, it's the initiation of spring, right? So think of planting those seeds and starting to work towards some brand new goals in your life. Because this is the energy that, I can't think of a better time when this energy will, any energy will support you like it will right now. And then let's not forget Pluto, March the 23rd, Pluto will go into Aquarius. So that is your 3rd house. So that's your voice. Transformation. Pluto enters Aquarius. So what does that mean for you? Now, first of all, it's only going to be in there for a couple of months, and then it's going to scooch on back over to Capricorn. It's going to finish off some of the chapters that we have been walking through with that, and then come back into Aquarius and be with us there for the next couple of decades. So this is a very major turn in your energy. And you will be experiencing, it's like the trailer of Pluto enters Aquarius. So now Pluto is death and rebirth. It's the planet of secrets. It's the planet of empowerment. I mean, that's our power. That's our strength. So how do we get our empowerment? How do we gain our strength? Well, it will be through talking, through your words, through communicating. Maybe you'll write a book. Maybe you'll write a blog. Maybe you'll be a speaker. Maybe you'll be a teacher. Maybe you'll be a mentor. But in some way, your voice comes alive. And that empowers you. If you truly empowers you to transform things in your life the way you want to transform them, the way you want to bring them into a tangible reality for yourself. Now you think I'm done, but I'm not, because you know what? Mars says if everybody else is moving signs, I'm moving too. And on March 25th, Mars goes into Cancer. Now that's kind of big, because we've gotten very used to Mars being in Gemini. Okay, so you have been sitting there and enjoying the seventh house kind of energy. And now it goes into your eighth house. So we will feel a shift in this, because I think Mars has been in Gemini since September something. Okay, and then because of the retrograde, it didn't go direct again till after the new year, second weekend, I think. And so now it's finally moving out and going into Cancer. Now for you, that is the metaphysical. It is about your mystic, your inner mystic. It is about transformation. It is about life, death, and rebirth. It is about seeking and understanding the truth. Now, because Mars is in Cancer, we may feel like our instincts, our protection mode kind of goes up a notch or two, and we defend our loved ones, our home, our family. And trust me when I say, if you do not feel emotionally connected to something, you will not move forward. You will not. It'll be unlikely that you'll take any kind of action. And now it also, Mars kind of takes his time, or not maybe takes his time, but he's not direct. It's not like we set the goal and boom, we're done. It's more of a passive moving forward. So we may not even see the flower unfolding. And one day it'll just be in full bloom on us. Okay, because it passively unfolds this path that you want. It could be in spirituality. Absolutely. It's digging for truths. It's digging for meaning. It is, this could be making money. This could be business ventures. What else? And it's very transformative, right? Life, death, rebirth. Okay, let's get to the cards. I told you to hold on to your hats. I hope you did. Okay, let's get to the cards and see what they have to tell us. We'll get more detail here. The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is about your, pardon me, your horizon expanding. And it's not about getting from A to B for you. Not for the entire month. It is not about getting from A to B. So if you're rushing to get over a finish line, you're going to be sorely disappointed, because the energy is going to be very, very hard for you to do that. It wants you to enjoy the journey. There is so much out there. And remember, there is so much happening when it comes to raising your happiness level, your giggles, your smiles, your laughter, your creativity. And so all kinds of things may show up in your path for you to explore. I need a little sip of water. I'm so sorry. Now what's pushing that? The Five of Pentacles. Oh. So are we kind of feeling like, well, maybe we should throw in the towel on this? Maybe we should just start something brand new, different. Start from square one. Maybe I've had enough of this. I don't want to try anymore. But because it's going to be probably a slow going, passive flower blooming, that you go out and you see the rose and it's all closed up. And then, you're out there 2 or 3 days later and you see this and you're like, oh, the leaves are starting to turn. The bloom is starting, right? And then you go the next day and it's like this, right? And then 2 or 3 days later, it's like, boom. Okay, and that's what's going to happen for you for the month of March. So don't get discouraged. Don't throw in the towel. Stand up straight and tall. So many people throw in the towel in the last moments of true success. And because I've talked about so much new energy coming in, there's a lot of doors closing. There's a lot of energy that's being completed, endings. It's not at the priority list. It's not at the focus anymore. It's way back here as we go forward into new energy. So don't throw in the towel. Enjoy whatever is thrown at you to investigate and to learn about and to learn it to some degree. It's like you're getting a whole bunch of samples here. It's like the little sample tray, and you're going to pick what you really want to do going forward. But you got to try all the samples. You can't just eat 2 or 3 and then make a decision. It's not going to go that way for you. So there's going to be a lot of little things coming into your life. You might not even realize that that's one of them. Anyways, we've got the Justice card as your first card. So it is about making a commitment to yourself, and then putting your focus, your attention onto that commitment, giving it 100%, making a time slot for it, giving it time, giving it energy, maybe resources in order to push it to where it needs to be, where you want it to be, or where you feel it will get a strong foothold to go further to the next level. And this could be relationships. This could be work and career. This could be your creativity. This could be your health and well-being. And the most important part about justice really is cutting away what no longer serves you or was no longer useful in your life. It served its purpose, and it's time to move it away. We have the King of Pentacles. So you want to make a lot of money? You could make a lot of money here. He's your second card out. For goodness sakes, he is the King of Abundance. He's also a very grounded king. So knowing that you are the king, you are the diplomat, and you are the intuitive. So your mind and heart will work as one this month if you allow that. Okay, so you're not making your decisions based on true emotion, but you're not basing it on pure logic either. Okay, you're very balanced in your approaches to making decisions. Now, a lot of people don't think he's a risk taker because he's got so much, but actually he is a risk taker. But he's an educated risk taker. He doesn't just step in hopes. He investigates, he does some researches, asks some questions, and then, boom, he's in. And watch the abundance grow. Watch the flow. So back it up a little bit. Think about what you really want to initiate in your life, and then start the initiation. Once you have the plan, once you see it. And do not, when you are looking forward, do not hope and dream and wish that it's going to happen. Have the expectation. This is definitely an energy that we have around us collectively, to have the expectation that it's going to show up as good as you saw it or better than. Only 2 choices. And Temperance. So having more by having less. Maybe it's time to have a yard sale. Maybe it's time to clean out the basement, the attic, the garage, the closets. Maybe it's time for a complete refresh. Okay. But this is also... So it's about finding the true balance of what makes you personally happy, not what everybody else seems to have and need and want and desire, but what you want to have, need, want, and desire. Now, I have one friend, and she's got every hairstyling tool known to mankind. If it's out there, she has one or one similar like it. I have a towel, a brush, a comb, a little bit of hairspray. I as you know from all the years, I don't have all these fancy do's. But she does, and she looks fabulous. She looks gorgeous. But it's not my happiness. That's her happiness. So she should have every one of those tools. But I would just be buying them then to be like her, right? In case I wanted to do my hair nice, then I could be just as good as she is at it. But it really doesn't, rock my boat. It really doesn't move my world. So, it's having more by having less. It's you don't need all those things then. If you're not going to do it, then don't have it. If you're not going to use it, then get rid of it. And if you've got that drawer, that drawer that everybody seems to have in their home, the junk drawer, you know what one I'm talking about. Get rid of it, okay? Because it's filled with things that you thought, I don't want to throw it away because I might need it one day. And heck, some people's basements, some people's attics, some people's garages are full of stuff. Some people's houses are full of stuff that they don't need, but they might need one day. And that is actually a lack mentality that you are inviting in. Because what you are saying to yourself essentially is, I better keep it because I may not be able to afford to get one when I do need it. That's what you're saying. So get rid of it all, okay? Just get rid of it all. And you'll find after you get rid of it all that all of a sudden there's like 15 projects where you could have used that or that or that or that, but you didn't even know it existed in that drawer. Okay, work and career. Look at this. Ace of Swords, the aha moment, the epiphany. So career, Virgo, that's the full moon. That is the full moon for you, the aha moment, the epiphany of how to go forward, of how to grow your stature within the community, at work, within the home. Your career, what defines you as you walk out your front door? What do people know you for? And you get this aha moment, you get this epiphany. Now, it could have nothing to do with what you currently do, okay? I'm just letting you know that ahead of time. But yeah, pay attention. Pay attention because you will have epiphanies. You'll have ideas. Your creativity starts to flow. This is the month for it. So it might start off as a trickle, but wow, wait until the end of the month is around and you will be flooded with ideas. You need a notebook, okay? I usually say get a piece of paper and a pencil. You need a notebook, okay? And you're going to come up with all kinds of little aha moments, epiphanies. Pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. Pay attention to the conversations you're having, what your eye is noticing. Journal, talk about your day and some of the things that you saw and some of the ideas that sprung from what you saw. The Hermit for love and relationships. Well, if you're with somebody, then you're sitting down right now and you are saying, where are we as a couple? Where are we in a relationship? Is it defined? Are we dating? Are we living together? Are we married? Or what gives? And is it my idea of what the relationship should look like? Or are there things that need to be changed, compromises made, new strategies or new rules or maybe an influx of energy? Maybe we need to recreate that spark that once was. And you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to do it with this kind of energy. Trust me. And then you're kind of mapping out, how you're going to go forward, how the next 5, 10, 20, 50 years is going to roll out for you within that relationship. Now, this could be best friends, okay? It's people that are very close to you, but usually I'm thinking spouse, partner, when we hit love and relationships. Now, if you're not in a relationship, I don't think this is necessarily the time to be diving into a relationship. Well, where's Venus now? Venus is... It could be. You're going to be having all kinds of fun and laughter. And love has a kind of an energy on its own, so... So if you do find somebody right now, they're very grounded and very secure, and they'll probably bring in your life a sense of security. But also there's a plan to grow together from the get-go. It's like your thoughts of what you wanted to do meet their thoughts of what they wanted to do, and wow, if we did it like this, imagine what could become of it. Become of us. So it's being able to look into the future with this person. So I wouldn't think that it would be. I think it would have to be a very grounded relationship, a very, yeah, very grounded. It could be sensual though. It could be very nurturing. But I think really the hermit is one who goes into the desert or the cave and sits there and contemplates where they are at this present time. So if you're single, you want to think about where you are and what your expectation is of a partner coming into your life, of a new best friend coming into your life, of a lover coming into your life. Your spirituality, the world. Okay, so this position is, how to use your spirituality in order to go forward, in order to bring in successes. And so we have the world card here. I think that would be healing for you. Through meditation, through prayer, through quiet contemplation. To sit with God, your angels, your guides, the universe. And contemplate where you are right now and where you want to go forward, how you want to go forward, what you want to manifest, what you want to create, who you want to become. Because I think all of that is on the table for each and every one of us, collectively, absolutely. And we have the Ace of Cups for health and well-being. So we have a lot of energy happening in health and well-being, and you are going to be embracing new challenges you put forth to yourself, or maybe it's a challenge from the outside to live a healthier lifestyle, perhaps, or to be more fit, to treat yourself with a kindness, with a love. And we'll get a Nature's Whispers card here. So an incredible March. I think this is probably going to be one of the most incredible months of the year. It'll be a top 3 for sure. We'll see what the eclipses bring in, but I tell ya, this astrological new year is starting out just right for us all. And we have contemplation. I don't know where I'm getting this cough here, but it's here. Contemplation, 29. 29 is an 11 energy. Okay, so the illuminator, the teacher shows up. So maybe some of those challenges will be a little bit bigger than normal since the 11 now is cropped up in your reading, but the successes are so much greater. So when you meet a challenge, know that this is something in order for you to push through, because there's something really wonderful on the other side of it. So I'll hold that card up for you. It's quite a beautiful picture. There's so much to look at, so I will hold it up and while I read for the next 5 or 6 seconds. Just take a deep breath or so. Get relaxed. Let the picture come alive for you. Enjoy your own company. This is a wonderful time for you to reorganize and consider the things you enjoy most in your life. Make a point of spending a little time allowing your mind to wander away from the everyday concerns that occupy your time. Give yourself an opportunity to be inspired. Ruminate on your inner voice and listen to your own counsel. So yes, contemplation. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.